Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Stop the run. Stop the run. Stop. Stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. You can't stop the run. Can't stop.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today we continue on with John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend, and we have got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. I'll call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
19 Tigers.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds Smith and Jigba. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Seahawks at 10-1 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
And going right back to Walker. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a second down and 9.
Viking 18. Rig alert. Rig.
They'll set up to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
19 Tiger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 8-yard line.
Check smash. Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
They're going to look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. In motion left, that's Thornton. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, but led to a really nice game.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
And the Vikings first down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. this right side, caught by Thornton. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there. And that'll bring up second down. Here's McCarthy. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dante Thornton with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 43 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Seahawks 14, Vikings 7. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start with Davis Price on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Throwing is McCarthy. He's going to go for a big play downfield. They got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Dante Thornton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
His kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Here we go, Jackie. Cougar 19. 19 Lion. Ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Well, it's gutsy to go for it in the red zone. The problem there is they were in their own red zone. Why in the world did they do that?
They must have thought they had the exact play call that they needed to go a big way. And I'm still not even buying that one. I'm reaching on
You're
that.
searching.
Actually reaching. But I do know this. On the other side of the field, that coaching staff is screaming at their defense. If you don't handle this one right here, this is a great opportunity for us. Take it away, guys. And they did.
And now excellent field position. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
It's a gain of 10.
Looking to throw McCarthy. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
Going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Ready. Let's go. Gravity lying.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. I ain't could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Second and 10. Now McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Vikings.
To the air again, McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's into the secondary. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
And they'll indeed start on the ground and run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
McCarthy off the play fake. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And I'm not sure if he got a little sloppy with his mechanics or just put too much juice on the snap. But either way, this one ends up out of the punter's reach. And now it's up to their defense to bail them out.
Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Quickly to Addison here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Davis Price will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
First and goal, Minnesota.
They'll run with Davis Price. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Davis-Price once more. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, second down is when you run your play fake, your play action.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Seahawks are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. To find him.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Hawk, street. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 18, regular. 18, 5 in. Ready.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Let's go. 60 Bison.
They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Come on. Set. Panther 60.
Walker now at 1st and 10. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Hey, smash. Lion. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. Walker with a grab, left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun to give to Charbonnet. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
70 Timberwolves.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Seahawks 21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Set to return it. Here's Moore. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
From the 23, here's the 2nd and 9. Another touch for Davis Price. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings! Dante Thornton, 67 yards. And the Vikings use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Seahawks 21. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7, check. Cup 19.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
60 Bison.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Buffalo 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42. Now they'll shift things around.
First down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Seahawks 28. Michael Dixon to kick off for
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he returns this to the 22.
Rondale Moore on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working early? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Davis Price up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on first down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, in the NFL, even if he picked up the first down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the first down, because in college football, the clock stops with every first down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
2nd and 6.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Here's McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the
B-Town's finest, handsome Lagosian. Name